hit record here. Got about a minute. In fact, those of you that are joining or have joined the call, just I'm going to go live on Brandy's page. You can host a watch party. I'm sure some people are up. And let's tag our teams and prospects or let them know to jump on the Zoom. I just made a post in our group. We're doing the night. This is the night shift, Joe. Did I lose you?
No, I'm still here. I went over to go ahead and start a watch party. I'm watching for Brandy's page, right?
All right, so Joe, are you unmuted? I'm going to go live on Brandy's page. Everybody hold on, and Joe, we'll jump right into this, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Look at this hair.
Telling you, man. Edward Scissors Hands. I just have this vision of you just going nuts.
Oh, I'm gonna get you back to this mic. I'm gonna get you back.
I'm getting you back from today.
Oh yeah, sure.
You featured an energy and focus product and pointed me out. I love it. Oh man.
Forgot all about that. That was fantastic.
All right, I got a title. We're almost there, guys. All right, we're going live.
All right.
So all of you that are on the call right now, just go ahead and jump on Brandy's page here in a second and start a watch party. You never know. You never know who's up. But I'm excited to be here tonight. I know it's late, and it is live, yeah. And I'll just say I am not Brandy, for those of you tuning in, because Brandy would not be up this late, as Joe would attest to.
Not at all.
But we've got people jumping on Zoom. We've got people jumping on our live, and you know it's late on a Saturday night. But you know we had such a great week in promotion as a team. Everybody wanted to get the message out because we have a lot of momentum going on right now. So if you're just tuning in to this broadcast, or maybe you watch this at a different time, you know, welcome to our show, our late night show with the super guest, Joseph Newman. I'm excited to introduce him. And for those of you that are truly a guest, you're just joining us here tonight. This is a very short and sweet, but it's a powerful call. And tonight I'm excited to introduce to you a really good friend of mine, one of the legit youngest diamonds in the company ever, which is exciting and awesome. And Joe Newman, he's actually in the great state of Pennsylvania, and we call him the Millennial Mogul. So there's a lot of millennials out there, and I know, Joe, you're just getting started because you guys go to bed at like 3 a.m. or something, right? I got a house full of millennials tonight. I've got 13-year-old, our 18-year-old, our 21-year-olds here. So we're having, you know, they'll be up till probably 3, 4 o'clock in the morning like you. But millennials are killing it here at this company. But Joe, introduce yourself to everybody that's tuning in here tonight. Tell us a little bit of your story before we start talking some business.
All right. What up, Joe? What's going on, folks? First, we got to give it back to the ambassador, Mr. Lemire, for your leadership. I mean, putting these calls together, super dope. I'm honored that you reached out to me. Little old me. If you guys know me, you would probably kind of like spit your water out at that moment because there's really not many little things about me. So, I mean, I'll start at the beginning really quick. You know, I was introduced to this profession by my aunt. And like many of you, I said no. I adamantly said no. Like, I said it with like an attitude. I was a little, you know, fresh out of high school. So I was kind of like disgusted almost that she would even ask me to be a part of one of those things with those people. You know, I was feeling some kind of way that she would even reach out to me about it. But I said no, and I just went ahead and I just watched her, because that's what we do. We don't say no and then put it like out of our minds. We say no and then watch, like intently. So I watched her lose a lot of weight and make a lot of money. I mean, I watched her make so much money some weeks because I had basically moved into her house and was sleeping on her floor, right? So well, I just kind of like volunteered myself into her house, and she didn't say no. So there would be some weeks she would kind of like go to different places to serve with her team, and there would be people coming to pick up what we had at that particular time. And I would take the money, put it in the blue envelope, and put it inside the cabinet. And so that would be 3, 4, 5, 6 times a day. And she'd be gone for 3 days. And it started to add up to me because, wait a minute, she's not here. And she's still making money. And I'm doing this for her. And I'm not making any money. Something's not right. And at that time, I had 2 jobs. I was about to get my 3rd job, which was like an under-the-table job. And then she was doing this happy dance this one week. I mean, she was so excited about what she had done. And I was like, let me see. Because for me, the proof was in the pudding. I don't know about many of you guys, but when someone shows me like black and white, it's like, oh, all right, cool. Let's do this. And I saw her check, and for that week, it was $5,200.
Wow.
I was like, oh, yeah, I'm in. Let's do that. Like, come on. That's all you had to show me. It's real. You getting money? Oh, let's do it. And so I got started, and then 4 short months later, I was able to start putting myself through college with no student loans. So when I went full-time as a student, I quit all my jobs. And I've been self-employed since 19. I'm 24 now.
That's awesome. That's awesome, man. I mean, most people can't say that, right? And we have a lot of people right now. I've been sharing this for weeks now. I'm outside by the pool, so if you hear like aircraft coming over,
Just
have
rub
to
it
deal
in.
with that a little bit. Just like,
Rub it in.
yeah, just trying to explain myself. But I've been talking to people about 2 major topics lately, Joe, and number one, everybody's starting to get real concerned about their health because we're in the middle of a pandemic, right? And I always tell people it's not the first pandemic and it's not the last. So this is going to continue. But I think it's been a wake-up call for people's health. And I want to talk to you first about, the health movement today. Okay, so we've got this 20-year-old debt-free billion-dollar company. It works global. Last year, Joe, as you know, we launched over 30 new products. We opened 4 new countries. Tell us a little bit about your health journey here with this company, because if I remember correctly, it was pretty awesome. You had it almost like an awakening when you came here and you started. And I know you like to make money and you're the millennial mogul, but you had a health journey I need you to share.
So right before we decided to, right before I was voluntold to join this company, I signed up and didn't even really know what I signed up into. There had been some things that happened in my life. So it's so interesting that you said that everyone's really health conscious right now because of what's going on around us. Because that's what happened to me. My mom had 2 heart attacks. Then my dad, 4 months later, had a heart attack and a stroke and passed away. So it was the things that happened around me that caused change within me. Then I had a couple friends my age pass away. Then my great-grandfather, this was the icing on the cake. My great-grandfather, 94 years old, went on to glory. And I realized that if I wanted to get anywhere close to where he was in age, that I was going to have to do something really, really serious about my health. Because there was heart attacks on both sides. And then my great-grandfather, he was a very slim, very fit, very active, elderly man. So those things happened. And when we got here, my mind was already made up that I needed to make change for me. But I also had the kid in me because Mrs. Moorer, said that she vouched for this stuff. She said, it works, Joe. And I was like, yeah, whatever. I heard it didn't. So I'm going to use this stuff to prove you wrong. Well, my first week, I lost 12 pounds. And I was like, y'all know how we do. We find the most negative thing to say. Even when something good happens, we find the negative. So I said, water weight. Then my second week, I lost 6 pounds, right? And I found that negative too. I was like, the rest of that water weight. And see, I didn't lose another 12 pounds. So I told you this stuff don't work. And then Mrs. Moore said, well, you need to add Fat Fighter, Thermofight X. I'm sorry, my first week it was 10 pounds. Second week it was 6 pounds. This third week when I added those last 2 products, that's when I lost the 12 pounds. And at that moment, I was like, okay, it works. 30 days in, I was down 36 pounds.
Wow.
I said, okay, yeah, we got something that we're going to do. 4 months in, 76 pounds, gone.
Wow.
Up on stage, walking on the stage as a male. See, because a lot of you guys think that this is a female thing. It's not. Us men have our own lane. It's just that some of them are afraid to walk in it. Well, I'm not. Up on stage of over 13,000 people talking about how I hit diamond in 60 days, earned a crazy bonus of $13,500, and lost over 76 pounds in 4 months' time. It was nuts. It was nuts.
That's why you had to share that part of the story tonight. I had to extract that out of you. You know? But it's a great story. And sometimes we forget just how powerful our stories are. And there's so many people out there today, Joe, as you know, even prior to this pandemic, they wanted to get healthy. Some people want to lose weight. They want to just feel great, and, I found that, everywhere I've gone in the world, there's a lot of common denominators. And one of them is that everybody wants time and financial freedom, right? Doesn't matter what country we're in, and I've been to many. And everybody also just wants to feel good. They just want to look good. They just want to smell good, just to feel good about their life. And so that leads me to our next topic. I want to talk to you about a little bit on the money side, income, opportunity. And you know me well enough. I've always been a dreamer. I like to think big, and I love to hang around people that think big. And here's why. If you look at today's economy, and again, let's remove the pandemic, okay? Before the pandemic, I can tell you, and everybody knows, that we've had more corporate downsizing and right sizing, and there's a lack of job security today. Okay, then you add pandemic, and look what's happening all over the world. I mean, this is crazy. Big companies going out of business like Neiman Marcus and Bravo, and it's just crazy. So you add that on top of what was already happening, and that's when we look at opportunities. So Joe, first of all, I want to ask, and maybe you can share with everybody, why did you choose this opportunity? I know you had a great weight loss story. You had a great, your aunt was involved and she's crushing it, but why it works and why now?
So why it works, because I understand timing and positioning. I didn't get what a lot of other people get as far as being prospected or looking at this opportunity. I got a FaceTime call from somebody that I trusted. And I need you guys to really hear what I'm saying for real, because some of you are getting phone calls from people that you trust. And because we get so closed-minded, we miss the blessing. So I got a FaceTime call from someone that I trusted, and someone I knew don't do this kind of stuff. And that was Paul Moore. That's Nina Moore's husband. And Paul called me and said, nephew, I have one question. I just need to know, are you in or are you out? Now, my initial response was, huh? What are you talking about? And then when the Japanese ninja Nina, that's what we should call her from now on. That was fantastic. When the Japanese ninja Nina kicked herself into the camera and was like, look, we don't have time for all of that. Are you in or no? And I said, Oh, I'm in. Here's why. Number one, I trust them. Number two, they have built a $500,000 business in less than 18 months. Not once, not twice, but this is now going on the third time. But I rocked with them in each one of those businesses. They've taught me how to be financially independent. They've taught me how to put myself through college with no student loan debt, start moving and progressing in life as an adult well beyond my age. They've taught me some things. They've worked with me on some things. They've mentored me. So when a phone call like that comes through, I knew there was a check attached to it. I knew they wouldn't call me with no nonsense because they don't have time to waste either. Nina Mora was the number one income earner of our last company.
Yeah.
And calling me saying, hey, are you in or no? Of course I'm in. And I pray to God that you called me before you called anyone else. Because the people who get the first few phone calls tend to make the most money. So that's why I said yes, because I'm no dummy. But why now? Because that experience that I had that first 3, 4, 5 months is back. People have the opportunity to get in right now and make a whole lot of money. The bonuses are higher than when I was here. The product is even greater than when I first started. I mean, it's coffee. You either drink coffee or you don't. But if you don't, you drink tea. It's one or the other. Like, it's very simple. I don't have to explain coffee to people. If you ask me what is in the coffee, my answer to you is coffee. It's very simple. It's already loved. And I mean, just think about it. Starbucks, it costs Starbucks 35 cents on average per cup of coffee, but they charge you $5, $6, $7, $8 a cup. Oh, that makes sense to me. Yeah, let's do that. Coffee? Oh, we in there.
I think the name of this coffee does a lot of work for us.
Oh, come on. You'd
And
love
some of
coffee.
our guests, they don't even know the name. Skinny Brew. The name
You
itself.
love coffee and you need to lose weight. Come on.
Yeah.
The 2-for-1 special, Skinny Brew. But then to know that I have friends who doctors told them you will never, ever lose weight, lost 29 pounds in 3 weeks' time. We got the Japanese ninja Nina who don't need to lose a pound, but if you ask her, she needs to lose 5 pounds every other day. She drank the Skinny Brew and lost 5 pounds. She's already small. Look, she's making faces now because she's tired of being.
She came off. I mean, I just got nervous. I mean, literally, you said that and then unveiled the ninja.
She always talks about these 5 pounds. Well, she lost her 5 pounds.
You see what happens? You see what happens when you put me on these late night calls? It gets fun.
It does. Her brother, our triple diamond, Rashid K. Coleman, who avidly works out, lost 8 pounds in 9 days. I mean, Paul Moorer lost 8 pounds in 7 days. It just makes sense.
Huge. No, and you know what? Right now, for the guests that are listening here, and maybe you're watching the replay later tonight or tomorrow morning, guess what? There's a special going on right now. I mean, Joe, this is exciting. People can join for $99. $99. And you mentioned Starbucks. I mean, I have a lot of kids. We go to Starbucks a lot, but I guarantee people spend more than $99 in a normal month at Starbucks. It can get expensive. But my point is, you can join and launch your business here now for $99 and you get a $50 product credit.
That's dope.
That's the best deal I've seen since I've been here. And I think it's just great because you can join basically for almost free. You get a bunch of coffee samples in there. So, let's talk about that. Right now, you had mentioned everything tonight, timing, positioning, doing something now. What I found, Joe, is that, number one, people have to make decisions. We can't be passive. We know that we might need something more financially, health, whatever it might be. There's no success in thinking about it. There's no success in just kind of procrastinating or hesitating. We got to make decisions now. So let's talk about that, Joe. Talk to everybody tonight about taking that leap of faith, getting involved, and going out there and crushing life and making a big difference.
Well, I'll tell you guys a little story. Remember in the beginning when I told you guys that I told Mrs. Moore no, and I watched her for 3 months. Well, what I didn't tell you was that 3-month period cost me almost $100,000 in earnings. Had I had told her yes from the beginning, from that day to 3 months later, she was on stage receiving a check for $100,000. It cost me to say no. Every day that you say no, it costs you money. Every day that you say no, you take food right back out of your children's mouths. Every day that you say no, you take your last name and shuffle it to the bottom of the deck. Every time you say no. Moving now, making the decision, so what if you're scared? Let's be very, very honest, ladies and gentlemen. It does not matter what's on that table. It could be puppy chow, as Mrs. Moore would say. The people who make it, they don't eat it, but they sell it because they understand that there is a need. If you find the need, service it, you will remain in business. You just have to find the need. So I had a conversation with a gentleman today, and he was like, I'm just looking for the perfect product. And I was like, there's no such thing. It doesn't matter what's on the table. Find the need and service it. People love coffee. People need to lose weight. We found a love and a need, put it together, and boom, there's Skinny Brew. But you've got to make a decision, and you've got to do it now. Yeah, it's going to be scary. No one's telling you that it's not. Yep. Are you taking a slight risk? I mean, if you consider $99 a risk, then you need to get a different circle of friends, because my circle of friends will be like, $99. Okay, whatever. It's $99. But then you get a $50 product credit. Where do they do that at? And we've got a proven system that if you come in, you get to work and you follow the steps to the system that we have outlined and put in place, we've got people that have made their money back the very same day.
Yeah.
The same day that they joined. We've got a young lady that made her money back in an hour right after joining, because we have a system. We need you to stop thinking, because your thoughts and the way that you think has gotten you to exactly where you are right now.
Yeah.
That is why our system is outlined and it is put the way that it is, so that we can take you from having to think and just follow the steps. Why do you guys think that McDonald's works the way it does? It works so well because they don't want you to think. They tell you what to say, what to do, how to do it, and how to say it. A 5-year-old could run a McDonald's cash register. We've outlined our system the very same way. And that's why we're breaking diamonds in 60 days, breaking presidentials in 90 days. Mrs. Moore went triple in 60 days. That's why we're doing those crazy things, because we've set the system up for you to not have to think, not have to worry, not have to try to figure out or maneuver or manipulate. No. Come in, follow the system. You have to make that decision first. Follow the system. Then you win.
Joe, how old are you?
24.
Did you hear me?
24.
24. I mean, your auto insurance has not technically gone down yet.
Not yet. Wait till July 18th.
And I'm complimenting you because,
and
for the guests that are listening today, you just listened to an amazing story. I mean, from, just your mindset, you have a shift in mindset that most people at 24 don't have. Okay. And I would venture to say there's people twice your age watching you tonight, or at some point later tonight or tomorrow. Okay. And they don't, or they just, the light bulb went on and they just got that mind shift and mindset that you have. So I'm just telling you, you had a powerful story tonight. Really appreciate it. We don't want to take too much of everyone's time, but, from the product standpoint to the opportunity standpoint, you just heard from a 24-year-old who's had an amazing success story on the health side. earn nearly what $15,000 your first couple months in the business. And you know, again, it's all relative, and I think it has everything to do with timing. And that's why I love the conversation, Joe. You did an awesome job, by the way. Any closing comments for everybody tonight? I know you got something there before you go get those scissors out.
Yeah, the scissors is coming out for real. This has to go. I would just say, you know, definitely you want to get back to the person who shared this information with you, tagged you to this video, got the recording over to you, because they care about you. They don't just care about you, though. They care about your family. When I think back to, you know, that moment that I had my biggest month as a 23-year-old in network marketing of over $15,000, I was able to, my mom was struggling a little bit at that time. I was able to push her off some money. You know, I was able to pay the majority of my car note off. You know, I was able to start doing things and getting rid of things because I made a decision, because I said yes, because I just jumped and grew wings on the way down. It's so crazy because right now you have the time, you've got the resources, there's nothing else to do other than become better, level up, start something, and finish it.
Man, you know what? I'm going to bring that ninja on real quick.
Get the Japanese.
I mean, it's late night, you know, we're having fun. If you're still tuned in, I just want to say, hey, we're having fun. Let me find the ninja. Hold on. She just complimented you, by the way. And for those of you listening for the first time, you're just getting a bonus tonight. This is just fun. But she said the 48-year-old here is learning from that awesome 24-year-old. And I agree with her on that. Let me unmute her. Oh, I think I unmuted everybody.
Yeah. It's great
hi,
to hear.
Nia.
Hi, I'm from the Philippines, Joseph, and I'm really in awe of your, I wouldn't say just capacity or capability, but your wisdom, everything about you. I mean, I'm proud of you. I would say young boy.
Wow, thank you so much.
Uh-huh.
Well, thank you, Nia. Hold on one second here, guys. We're just going to go around this. We're going to go around the table here, Joe. Oh, where is she? Okay. She might have just jumped off because she knew we were wrapping up. All right. But anyway, no, listen, man, that was a fun night. And if you guys are in the mood later, I would definitely tag, you know, if you're up tonight or whatever, just jump back on the Brandy's page and tag some friends. And, you know, if you know anybody that's a millennial, and there's a lot of people in that age group, millennials love this company. Okay. And so, Joe, thank you again for sharing tonight, and we look forward to talking to you here soon. All right, guys, have an awesome night. Good night.